Breaking news right now at 6 o'clock, 7 hours later, and that hostage situation still happening in Winston-Salem. This is all going on at the Travelers Inn Motel on University Parkway.
And this is a story we've been following since the beginning. Right now, Fox 8's Chad Tucker joins us live, not far from where all of this is happening. Chad, what can you tell us?
Well, Katie, what the man has told police is he is armed and inside that room with a family member. It's unclear exactly the age of that family member, and he has not budged since this all started around 11 o'clock this morning. Now, we're not showing you a live picture of the hotel for the safety of the officers involved, as it's believed the man who's barricaded himself inside his room is watching the news. Now, throughout the day, negotiators have been talking with the man, trying to get him to give up. Investigators tell us it started with a police chase in King last night. Now, police got word the suspect in that chase was here at the hotel this morning, and when police came to the hotel, that's when the man barricaded himself in his room with a family member. Again, it's unclear the age of that family member. Now, members of the SWAT team, along with about 50 to 75 responders, are here working the situation at the Travelers Inn. Police have brought in an armored vehicle to help, and the Red Cross is here running a canteen for the many responders who've been working for many hours now on this situation. Police immediately have evacuated the hotel and many of the surrounding businesses here on University Parkway, including a restaurant, a laundromat, and a gas station. But as you can see behind me, a heavy police presence here along University Parkway. The good news in this, it has not affected the evening commute of folks. This is a very busy section of University Parkway as many folks are heading home from the workday, and as you can see, it is not affecting traffic, so that is the good news in this. We'll keep you posted as things develop. Live in Winston-Salem, Chad Tucker, Fox 8 News.
Thank you, Chad. It has been a tough few days for local fire departments. The tragic death of a High Point firefighter comes as 4 others recover from injuries they received in that big auto body repair shop fire last week in Greensboro. Well, tonight we have Fox 8 Stephanie Ondo with the cycling community taking a stand in the death of Todd Martinez, who was hit and killed while riding his bicycle. First, though, we want to begin in Greensboro with Fox 8's Kim Wynn. Today, she had the chance to talk with 2 of those injured firefighters. First of all, Kim, how are they doing tonight?
Well, much better. I spoke with Captain Shane Boswell and senior firefighter Matthew Clapp. Both firefighters have leg injuries and say that they feel soreness throughout their bodies. But amazingly, both their spirits are still very high.
What if all you had today was what you was thankful for yesterday? And I could say today I would have a lot. Even
with a broken leg and dislocated ankle.
You know, there's 2 bones in your leg, and both of them are broken.
Greensboro senior firefighter Matthew Clapp feels blessed.
It's definitely made me very thankful to be alive, and I know for sure that none of us be here if the Lord hadn't got us out of there.
It was just 4 days ago that what started as a routine call to a fire at an auto body shop near downtown Greensboro almost turned into their last.
When I opened my eyes, I was face down on the floor, and my face piece was pushed to the side, and it just felt like somebody was standing on top of me.
At that moment, I thought I was in a dream. I thought it really wasn't there.
The roof caved in, landing on Clapp, Captain Shane Boswell, and 2 others.
It could have easily went the other way for us, and there was a higher power out there that got us through this.
Boswell also has a leg injury along with strained muscles in his back and neck. Injuries, he said, could have been much worse if not for the months of intense RIC training which kicked in, helping him lead his men to safety.
That's when the instinct for survival kicked in. It was like, we have got to get out of here.
And now that they're out, they say community support has been helping them heal.
Just the calls and cards. My son's basketball team, they sent me a basketball they all signed.
An outpouring of love they say is worth the sacrifice.
The call goes out, we're going to be there. And that's who a fireman is.
Now, Captain Boswell's son was with him the day of the fire, and after seeing everything that happened, he says now more than ever, his son wants to be a firefighter too. In Greensboro, Kim Wynn, Fox 8 News.
Thank you, Kim. Captain Sterling Sutterth here was the most badly hurt in last week's fire. He is currently being treated at Wake Forest Baptist Medical Center for burns. We have learned that he is now listed in good condition. In fact, his family says he is up and moving around.
That is good news. Again, not an easy few days for Piedmont firefighters. And this one wasn't just a firefighter. He was a father, a husband, and a friend. Now those who knew Todd Martinez are trying to figure out how to go on without him. State troopers say he was hit and killed while cycling this weekend near Summerfield. And Martinez's death is just the most recent crash involving a cyclist hit while out on the road. The 19-year-old who hit Martinez says he didn't see him on the bike. People in the cycling community say this could have been prevented. Fox 8's Stephanie Ondo following the story now from Guilford County. And Stephanie, what do these cyclists want to see changed?
Well, they say drivers are in too much of a hurry and they just aren't paying attention to the road. And they hope this accident will finally open people's eyes so no one else gets hurt. At Cycles de Oro in Greensboro,
I typically average between 20 to 60 miles per ride.
Woody Anderson says the death of High Point firefighter Todd Martinez is making him think twice about his favorite sport.
I crossed over Scalesville twice yesterday on my ride, and so to realize how close to my home, to where I ride, everything is very disconcerting.
Troopers say Martinez was cycling with his wife on Scalesville Road when a truck hit him from behind at around 5 Sunday evening. And when that happens, Mark Schultz says the car usually wins.
You know, anytime we interact with a car, we're smaller, we're going to come out on the short end of the stick.
Schultz is chairman of the Bicycling in Greensboro advocacy group that fights to make the road safer for cyclists. He says that'll happen once drivers learn traffic rules when it comes to cyclists and see there are severe consequences to breaking those rules.
We want the DA to prosecute the driver to the fullest extent of the law, because education by itself without enforcement, you know, just doesn't do it.
Troopers arrested 19-year-old Andrew Barham within hours of the accident. He reportedly told investigators it was a mistake and he didn't see the cyclists.
I don't think that's a good excuse, because as a driver, you're supposed to be paying attention to the roadways and not missing these things.
Troopers say cyclists should be treated like drivers, and that means cyclists should be treated like vehicles, so drivers should give them plenty of space on the road. Now, the driver in this weekend's accident has been charged with felony hit and run. Reporting live in High Point, Stephanie Ondo, Fox 8 News.
Stephanie, thank you. Nearly 2 years later, and the murders of Troy and LaDonna French are still mysteries in Rockingham County. Back on February 4th, 2012, someone shot and killed the Frenches inside their home during a home invasion. Their daughter was there, but she survived. Rockingham County Sheriff Sam Page hopes the community will come together and remember the Frenches tomorrow. While no arrests have been made, the sheriff says his detectives are actively working to solve this case. In fact, a $5,000 reward is also being offered for information that leads to an arrest.
Well, tonight the city of High Point is discussing the future of one of the city's oldest communities. Council members will talk about ways to improve a portion of East Washington Street. Now, if that street sounds familiar, that's because it's where the historic Kilby Hotel is located. Possible changes to that area include burying power lines on the street, brighter street lights, and covered bus stops. No word yet on if council will take any action on those proposed changes tonight.
Happening right now in Randolph County, a fight to keep the animal shelter from euthanizing animals with carbon monoxide gas. It's something a lot of animal shelters don't do anymore, and now animal advocates here hope to get Randolph County to do the same. Fox 8's Charles Ewing live tonight in ASHEBORO, where people are taking their message of change to commissioners. Charles.
And the Randolph County Commissioners are meeting right now inside the Old County Courthouse. And with that meeting, you will find animal advocates. And right behind me, you can see some of those advocates, also some of the dogs here. Now, the supporters are hoping to persuade county commissioners that euthanizing unwanted pets with gas at the Randolph County Animal Shelter is not the right thing to do. With signs and pictures in hand.
This is the Randolph Animal Shelter. And the dogs here can watch them as they put the animals into that gas chamber and then watch them as they remove the corpses 45 minutes later.
People from Randolph County and from across the Piedmont gathered to protest using gas to euthanize unwanted animals at the Randolph County Animal Shelter.
It's very painful, it's torture, and I don't think they should be doing it.
Randolph County Health Director Mimi Cooper says the county does use euthanasia by injection, which is preferred by these animal advocates, but if the animal is dangerous, gas is used in order to protect shelter workers. an argument this group doesn't understand.
They have learned to do it safely. There are long poles they can use to handle feral animals and wild animals, and there are ways that they can euthanize these animals without using a gas chamber at all.
While the county and animal advocates don't see eye to eye when it comes to using gas, both sides agree that there are too many unwanted animals in Randolph County, and owners need to take responsibility for their pets.
Hopefully one day, with the rescue efforts of shelters, of spay and neuter programs, of animal foster programs, of rescue, we won't have to euthanize any homeless pets.
And the meeting with the county commissioners still taking place at this time. Now, the supporters are not expecting any major developments from this meeting. They just want the commissioners and the public to know that there are alternative methods to euthanizing animals instead of using gas. Live in Randolph County, Charles Ewing, Fox 8 News.
Thank you, Charles. More healthcare options are now available for children in Greensboro. Today we got an inside look at Cone Health's new healthcare center. This is off East Wendover Avenue. It'll help children and young adults from low-income families. Services include checkups and child care for sick children. Now, this center will also help children who are chronically ill, developmentally delayed, or affected by a mental health issue.
It's essential for the community because we need to make sure that all the pediatric needs are met. There are more than 40,000 children that have been served by Guilford Child Health, and unfortunately due to some of the cutbacks, they don't have the staffing there to be able to meet those needs. So we're here to help prevent any gaps in care.
Now, this center is open Monday through Friday and for a few hours on Saturday too. And if you would like to make an appointment or get more information, you can call 832-3150. All right, happening right now in Guilford County, a cell phone ban. It's in effect as of today. You'll have to leave your phone at home when you're going to the Guilford County Courthouse. You see, the courthouse building is now banning cell phones and other electronic devices from its grounds. The only exceptions here, lawyers, law enforcement officers, and those reporting for jury duty. This new ban on electronics applies to both the Greensboro and High Point courthouses.
All right, calling all animal lovers in Asheboro and beyond. Hoping the North Carolina Zoo is not always about giving dollars and cents. It's about volunteering too. The zoo's looking for volunteers to help with everything from teaching people about the animals to helping out at the Animal Rehab Center. Volunteers, and this is really neat, can be as young as 12 years old with help from a parent. The zoo's asking volunteers to commit to 90 hours from April to October. And to learn more about this, check out the zoo's website, nczoo.org.
All right, tomorrow we expect it to be a cold, damp day, but we've got a really interesting system we're watching for this weekend. And if you're a snow lover, this is your best chance to see some, and I'll explain how this might bring us a little bit before it's all said and done. I'll have details next.
And fire destroyed the Wayside Baptist Tabernacle Church in Lexington this weekend.
And today members help pick up the pieces of what's left and look forward to a new future.
Plus, still ahead on the Piedmont's only local newscast at 6:30, a group of homeowners in Greensboro say their homes are in danger.
A group of homeowners in Greensboro say their homes are in danger.
I could smell plastic, and I came in and checked all my power cords and they all had melted.
What's causing problems in this Greensboro neighborhood? Fox 8 on your side investigates.